Hi, John Sedgwick here, and welcome to another edition of PDQPD. Today I'd like to show you a couple of updates in Google Slides. And they're pretty simple updates, but they're something I think everybody that uses slides will be able to use. The first is the ability to see rulers, both vertical and horizontal, on the slide as you create them. Now this will help put some of your components in place. Let me show you how to use that. I'm going to go up here to my menu, and under View, as I scroll down, you can see Show Ruler. When I select the Show Ruler, you see that there's a vertical ruler appear and a horizontal ruler appear. And this will help you align the elements of your slide. That's a pretty nice feature, just to kind of help keep you on track as you create. Now the second one is also a very interesting alignment tool, and this is the ability to add vertical and horizontal guides or guidelines. Same idea. I'm going to go up here to View, and then you can see the guides option down here, and right now it's checked to show the guides. Now I don't have any guides on here yet, but when I put them there, if I want to see them, I want this selected. When I'm finished, if I don't want to see the guides anymore, I will deselect that. But this is what I want for now. Now, where I would use this, I'm going to jump out of here for a second. On this first slide, I have a table here in my slide. And let's, for the sake of this presentation, assume that I want to align some of the elements on my slide, and I want some guidelines to help me do that. I'm going to go here to View, down to Guides, and I'm going to add a horizontal guide. And you can see a little line pops up here in the middle. And I'm going to drag that line to the top of my table so that when I move on, if I want to align any other similar types of tables, I have a guideline on which to use as guidance. Let me jump to my next slide. Now you can see I have a table here, but it is aligned horizontally. But I also have a vertical edge here that I want to make sure is also in line, because I know in some of my other slides I have similar tables that I want to insert. So I'm going to add a vertical guideline as well. Again, I'm going to go back to View, Guides, add a vertical guide, and I'm going to drag this over to align with my left edge. So now I have a vertical guide and a horizontal guide. I can add as many of these as I want or need. So let me jump to the next slide. And now you can see I have a similar table here, but it's not in line with my others, the ones that I just set. So as I click through, it's going to jump a little bit, look unaligned. So I'm going to take this whole thing here and I'm going to drag it over. Now there's some other elements grouped together, but I'm going to align the left edge and the vertical, the top edge, with my guidelines to make those in place. So I've got that squared. Let me jump to my next slide and see what I have. Now on this one I have a similar table. It's not linked to these other components, but it is also not in line with my horizontal and vertical guide. So as I click through the slides, you'll see how it looks totally out of place jumping there. So I'm going to click on this table. I'm going to drag it down, align it with my top edge, and then I'll slide it over and align it with my left edge. Now when I jump back to my first slide, it's aligned, and it just looks a lot better as I click through them. These are some different ones, but when I go back to here, you can see this table is aligned, so it's all good. If you want these lines to look a little bit differently, let's go to View, Guides, Edit Guides, and it's going to show the guides that I have. I have one vertical and one horizontal, and it shows me where they are on the page. I can change the color of the guide if I want to make it easier to see, and it's a little faded now, but you can see here where it's red. And if I want my horizontal guides to be, let's pick something totally different. Let's pick this green here, and it will make my horizontal guide green. Let me show you what that looks like. So there it is in different colors. Now if I find that they're in the wrong place, or I want to adjust them or take them out, I can go back to Edit, and I can take out this horizontal guide, I can go to the vertical and take out the vertical guide and start all over again. I can accomplish the same thing for viewing purposes by going up here and under guides and deselecting the show guides. It'll just hide them, but they'll still be there. So those are the add a ruler and add vertical and horizontal guidelines. I think this will be very helpful for those of you that create slide decks. It'll help align the elements on your page and make your presentations look a lot more professional. Hope this is helpful to you, and as always, have a great day.